Hello friends, David Killinger, Mediocre Golf here. It's been quite busy in the Mediocre Golf House the last 2 months with the graduating senior, college visits, dance season, recital season, finals, and of course golf season getting started. So we're going to watch some shots I got playing the first GolfWeek Am Tour event of 2023 at Todd Creek. And I'm going to talk about the differences between the US Am Tour and the GolfWeek Am Tour. So let's get into it. First off, Todd Creek is a wonderful course northeast Denver, surrounded by the retirement community on Todd Creek. There's ample views, as you can see here, in open space. And even though it's a senior community course with many wide open fairways, it plays very tough. I ended up using only tee shots in this video because I did not have a very good day, and for some reason I couldn't get the mic to work. Now, I have been fortunate enough to play on both tours since 2020. The US Am Tour, formerly known as the Golf Channel Am Tour, was formed in June of 2020, having lost the Golf Channel sponsorship due to the pandemic. Fortunately, the majority of the leadership from that tour stuck together to form the US Am Tour, and we were back up and playing tournaments by mid-July. The GolfWeek Am Tour was able to push through and hosted at least 6 events here in Colorado before USAT was able to get on its feet. I was fortunate enough to win 2 of these 6 events, and eventually the season-long points race for that tour. And midway through 2022, I was promoted from C Flight to B Flight. My first year on the GolfWeek Tour was back in 2012, where I started in the D Flight with a 24 handicap. I played roughly 7 events that season and wasn't really competitive in any event, but I was able to get my handicap established and finished with a 19. One of the biggest differences between tours is you must play your ball until it is holed on USAT. On GolfWeek, you must pick up when you reach triple bogey. Believe me, I had my share of pickups in 2012. Now in 2013, I joined the Golf Channel Am Tour. I found myself with a Jones flight with players ranging from 16 to 19 handicaps. This is another difference between the tours. For USAT, the flights have a difference in handicap of 4 strokes, where GolfWeek has them at 5, which equals about 1 less flight. When you get into the A and B flights of GolfWeek versus the Player, Hogan, and Palmer flights of USAT, the disparity at the top and bottom scores can be pretty drastic. Now, with no expectations, I teed it up in the first event of the season in 2013 and made my way around Green Valley Ranch shooting an 89, which fortunately was good enough to get me into a sudden death playoff with one other competitor. And I ended up securing the victory with a bogey on the very first hole. I decided I would play one event on the GolfWeek Tour in 2013 and was fortunate enough to win that event as well. Of course, I gotta interrupt this voiceover clip to show you my 1 birdie putt of the day. Fist bump. Oh yeah. From 2013 to 2019, I won 8 events total and 1 season-long points race in 2014. I qualified for nationals every year, but only attended in 2014 and 2017. Attending nationals was an incredible experience, and I'm very hopeful I'll be able to attend again in the near future. That's another difference for you. GolfWeek holds their national championship in Hilton Head every year. I've heard many great things, but I have never attended. USAT moves their nationals around every year, with this year being up in Bend, Oregon at Sun River. Over these 10 years, I have been promoted twice. The second time, unfortunately, came the week before Nationals in 2017. I think the easiest way to describe the difference as a whole would be to liken the GolfWeek Tour as a fun, traveling beer league of sorts. These guys who play regularly are generally fun to be around and compete against. The guys who play regularly are generally fun to be around and compete against. GolfWeek definitely utilizes their own local rules and is less stuffy, if you will. Some people like that, some people don't. The USAT is more businesslike. You're treated like a pro from start to finish. And 9 times out of 10, USGA rules are the benchmark, with very few local rules or differences. This can definitely lead to some heated discussions, as not everyone truly knows the rules and or how to interpret them. When I say you're treated like a pro, it's because you're announced on the first tee, you receive an electronic copy of your scorecard, where the results are online basically in perpetuity. Most events you receive a pin notation sheet, and GolfWeek does not offer these pre and post round items. Yes, results are posted online, but they disappear sometimes at random. However, one thing GolfWeek does exceptionally well is provide live scoring and leaderboards. They have this figured out, and it provides an exceptional experience. I do rely on seeing where I'm at, especially when I'm playing well. You'll see this in my next 2 videos for sure. In the end, I think both tours have their advantages and disadvantages. If I had to choose one, I would likely play exclusively on the USAT. But for now, I'll continue playing both and hopefully get back in that winner's circle soon.